everyone. Kenneth Hollins here with HollinsMusic.com. Thank you so much for taking a few moments and viewing this video. Now, what I have for you today is something that is really fun to do when you really get a hold of it and you get used to doing it. And it is called using polychords. Now, a polychord is simply when you take two or more chords and you stack them on top of each other, okay? For example, let's make it really simple to explain. We can take a C major chord with our left hand and a G major chord with our right hand, okay? And when we put those two chords together, okay, we would call that a polychord because we're stacking two chords on top of each other, okay? Now, the wonderful thing about polychords is we can take different types of chords and then we also can invert them and also stack them on top of each other. So we could do something like this. We could take the C major triad that I'm playing with my left hand and play it in first inversion like that. And then we could take the G major triad and play it in, this is root, this is first, this is second inversion. And I'm going to take this and bring it down an octave right here, okay? And it gives me a completely different sound. All right? And so this is the polychord sound. All right? And it's nothing more than just C major left hand, G major right hand, okay? Now, in context, you can use it in so many different ways. For example, if we were in the key of G major, and we wanted to use some polychords, we could just be playing chords, playing around in G major. Okay? And say, for example, we wanted to throw it in right there. Okay, so that's the polychord that I showed you. And it gives you somewhat of a modern sound or a contemporary sound. It's really nice. Okay, now let's use it in another example. Let's take the song "Changed" by Walter Hawkins. This is a gospel classic song. So what I'm going to do is play the intro of the song "Changed" so you can see it the original way, and then I'll go back and take those same chords but create polychords with them so you can hear how you really can change things up by using polychords. Okay, so now this is the intro. Okay, so now that is the intro to "Changed" by Walter Hawkins. Now, if I want to use polychords with that same chord structure and those same melody notes, it would sound something like this. Okay, all right, so those were polychords. And so now let me break it down for you exactly what it is that I'm doing so it can make sense. And so in the song "Changed," it starts off with an E flat major chord, all right? And I'm just playing the little melody line that's in that intro, G, F, E flat. So it's nothing more than an E flat major chord with a 2 in there, okay? Now, what I did was I created a polychord. Now, one of my favorite polychords is when you play what I would call a 1 chord over 4, okay? Now, this is how I'm thinking about it. Whatever my melody note is, and in this instance, it would be a G. What I do is I figure out what chord do I need to play where my melody note is the 3rd. Okay, Now, what I mean by that is if I were playing a scale, I'm trying to figure out what major scale would G be the third note in, okay? And then I figure that out, and it's actually E flat, okay? So now I know E flat will be my 1. Now, this is how I'm thinking. E flat is my 1, so I'm going to be dealing with an E flat major chord. All right, and in particular, what I'm doing here is I'm playing this E flat major chord in second inversion. So this is root position, this is first inversion, and this is second inversion, okay? And notice how the melody note is on the top, okay? And then this is the root, so I'm calling that the 1, and this is E flat major in second inversion, all right? And so now the polychord that I'm playing, I call it a 1/4. And so what I'm talking about is this is the 1 chord, and it's in second inversion. Now I'm going to find the 4 chord, and it's the 4 of E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's an A flat chord. So I'm going to play an A flat chord with my left hand. All right, and so the 4th is A flat. So we're going to play A flat major right there. And the way that I like to do it is I'll take this 4 chord and play it in first inversion. So this is root position with my left hand, and then we go here. This would be first inversion, okay? And all I'm doing is taking the A flat and moving it from the bottom to the top note like that, okay? And that's how I can change the inversion. And so we put all that together, and that's how I came up with the polychord, okay? Just like that. And then I plug in the little melody. And then we go here. Now, normally it just goes to B major, but I'm going to use this same technique with the polychord, okay? So what I'm going to do now is ask myself, what scale, if I played the scale, what scale would it be where E flat would be the third scale degree, or the third note of the scale? Okay, and I know that would be B natural. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, and so I'm going to play B major with my right hand. But of course, what I'm doing is not playing it in root position, but in second inversion. All right, this is root, first inversion, second inversion. Okay, if you have trouble with figuring out how to find the inversions of a particular major chord, simply take the bottom note and switch it to the top note. Okay, so for example, take the B here, move it to the top note. All right, that's first inversion. All right, and then you want to keep going, do it again. Take this bottom note, move it to the top note. All right, now that's second inversion. That's just a real easy way to think about it. Okay, so this is B major in second inversion, and now I'm doing a 1/4. So I need to find what is the 4th scale degree of B. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be E. So I'm going to play E major with my left hand, and I'm going to play this now in first inversion. So let's take this E, bring it up to the top, and this inverts it, okay? All right, so this is my next polychord. It goes to the next part of that intro. So here we are. So now we have all right, let's do it again. Now, normally it does this. So this is my melody note, the B flat. And so I want to figure out what scale is B flat the third scale degree in, okay? And then I know that that's going to be F sharp or G flat. All right, and so what we're going to do is play G flat major in second inversion, and then what we want to figure out is what scale degree or what scale number or what note is going to be the 4th of F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a B natural. So we're going to play B major with the left hand. But what we're going to do is play this in first inversion. We put all that together, okay? So all of these are polychords, and they are 1 in second inversion over a 4 in first inversion, okay? And I'm following the melody note, and that's how I'm coming up with that, okay? So again, it sounds like this. Okay, and so that's just a little creative thing that you can do. You can play around with it, you can experiment with it. You know, when you're just doing talking music, or even when you want to take a song that you already know but you want to change bits and pieces of it, you can use this polychord technique. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found value in it. I always know that you can go to our website, hollandsmusic.com. We have so many different things. I encourage you to go to our store where we have free things that you can get there. We actually have a free video that's available right now. It's called Classical and Jazz Approach to Gospel Piano. And so you can download that for free. It's a really great video. You can learn so much from it. And it's available right now in our store. And then you also can sign up for our mailing list, and we send out different videos and different things from time to time that are free, and you can receive a lot of great information through that as well. So again, I want to thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and click the notification bell, so when we upload different videos, you'll be able to get the notification. Okay, thanks again for watching, and always remember, HMPI, we're serving gospel musicians all over the world.